Hey Taurus, this is going to be your love reading for February 2017. I've realized you guys are fourth. These readings are more like love soul readings because the first four readings I did were I did Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, and Aries. It was a lot, it's love focused entirely, but I feel like um, it's more soul centered in terms of where to attract love, where to find love, what you need to heal within yourself to fix love, which I think is very important. At least, like if you're in a relationship, especially because it's like Valentine's season and all that stuff, and everybody like love is in the air, um, and I and I especially got not really with y'all's reading last month with the mid month. But that there's a desire to reach some sort of because you guys have the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, so like this total like overwhelming feeling of like home and stability, just like reaching uh, that milestone, like in a relationship or just in your life in general or within yourself. So I saw you guys really trying to uh, transform something around you, and you guys are working really hard at it. Um, but anyway, yeah, this is going to be a love reading, Sun, Moon, and Rising Taurus, um, or Venus. Even I forgot to mention that too. So Venus. So watch the placement for your Venus as well. If you don't know, I'll leave a link to how to get a birth chart below. Um, Sorry, just looking at my notes. So yeah, I'm using three different decks. I'm doing it in different sections, so if you want to skip to one section or not, uh, they'll be time stamped. Jump forward, jump back, leave it, come back. It doesn't matter. And I'm also doing readings now. I'm leaving my email below. Just give me an email and I will get back to you. They will be discounted for the entire month of February, only because they're pre-recorded and I want to see how that goes. Nothing wrong with pre-recorded. I mean, it's better to always do them live, to actually talk to the person. And I plan to do that once the summer's here. Um, but until then, I'm at least discounting it for February because you guys have been so supportive. Again, thank you guys so much for watching my videos, for liking, for commenting. I can't reply to every comment. Some comments I can't reply at all. I've tried, but maybe because I'm doing it from my desktop, it won't let me reply. But yeah, I'm very, very, very appreciative. You guys are so gracious, and I'm grateful. Excuse me. So in the last reading, yeah, you were undergoing this sense of transformation, or at least you guys are working really hard because both of your readings for January, they sort of tied in together in that there was a new beginning happening. That sort of was taking all of your time because you were really adjusting with the flow. There was a lot going on in your life that you had to turn away from or change your perception. Because I remember you guys had the Hierophant. So there was a lot around you that you had to view things in an entirely different perspective. Can't remember if it was reversed or not. I'm getting the feeling that it was reversed. But again, it just required your utmost, all of your dedication. But I feel like you guys were dedicated anyway to begin with. You were working to achieve some long-term goal. Some of you were probably, I didn't see this then, but I see it now, like probably getting engaged or wanting to be engaged. You've been dating somebody for a while. And you're just ready for them to pop the question, or you were going to pop the question. Some of you probably just wanted to start a family. Or at least move. Like, whoa. I need to move this mouse because a couple other videos, cars fell off, hit the mouse. stop the video. Piss me off. But anyway, so yeah, you guys are searching to reach this milestone, desiring to get to this different level. Too many cards. But it was also important for you guys in that reading to not let yourself get in your own way. I'll keep that as well because it flipped out. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. This deck is the Tarot of the Holy Light. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. The cards are wonderfully illustrated. They're a little bit bizarre, but it came with a book that pretty much explained all of this. So before I go into all those, I'll pull a Whispers of Love tarot card. I got these specifically for this month, and also for any love readings I do in general. Have patience. Love is patient and kind, always. So think about that as I'm going through the reading. Pause on the picture if you want, because these are glorious illustrations, all of them. Okay, so at the center here we have, I already mentioned the Ten of Wands. It's the theme of these cards at least. The center of the reading we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Page of Wands, the Six of Swords. Again, just glorious. I love these cards so much. Seven of Pentacles reverse. The Sun reverse. The Emperor. King of Swords reverse. King of Cups reverse. The Devil reverse. And then the Three of Wands came out right with that. This one actually landed in my lap, so that's why I kept it. I mean, I would have kept it anyway since it flipped out face up. So yeah, something new has started. Something is in the process of beginning again. Because I see you guys as coming out of a period in which you're exhausted or you've realized that things can't continue the way they've been going. And so there's like this rush of energy, whether or not you are the agent of it, if you've enacted it, or if just circumstances around you have changed. Like for some of you, you are in a position now where if you have been in a stressful relationship, or if you've been dealing with sort of issues regarding your inner life as well as your outer life, like in terms, like I'm seeing work here, like, so, I mean, okay, not really work, but like foundation, like your day-to-day duties. I feel like that's really important to you as well. So I'm seeing that you're trying to manage, you're trying to, again, I'm getting the sense of you're trying to build yourself up into a different place, Taurus, which is what I really got. Because at the beginning of January, at the end of last year, that reading was more like shit happened, crazy shit was going down, and you were pretty much just reacting, sort of like reacting as you go, planning like your escape or how to deal with what was going on as it was happening. And then in the middle of the month, it was more like, it was a sense of that this is the new status quo, or that you have to align your thinking in order to with that new beginning, with the way things were changing, so that you could reap some benefits. But I saw you guys that there was at least hope there, that there was a goal there, because at the end of last year, beginning of January, I did get a feeling that it might have been a little bit hopeless, but something has given you a reason to be hopeful again. And I see that here with this Ace of Discs. I don't know if I call it Pentacles, but in this deck, it's Discs. And so that's what's in the center of it right now. Like, some of you, you've started a new job, or you're in a relationship now. Like, okay, if you started a new job, it's sort of like, this is what, like, I'm really getting the sense for a lot of you, you want to start a family with somebody, you want to marry somebody, you want to get engaged, but it's just like your finances aren't right. And it's like there are a lot of things that you have to get settled before you're able to, you or them, that has to be settled before you can be able to bring this union together. And I'm getting the sense that it's you're so eager for that to happen. Some of you might be dealing with an air sign or a water sign, or somebody that takes on those traits. Specifically, the King of Swords in this deck is ruled by Aquarius. The King of Cups in this deck is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is opposite of Taurus. Aquarius squares Taurus. So if they're not a Scorpio or an Aquarius, or a water sign or an air sign, it's somebody that you're around where there's like this tension between you two. These could be anybody. Like, these could be family members, or these could be love partners. For some of you, you're probably deciding between two people. You're trying to figure out, like, maybe one person isn't the best match for you, but somebody else is. And they're coming into your life, and it's like, well, they're better than the other person, but it's not like you want to actually maybe... You're kind of hesitant about even starting a new relationship with them, because the Six of Swords here, you're coming out of a very difficult situation. And it's like, with this card with this information has come wisdom. A wisdom that you don't want to repeat. This Ten of Wands in reverse. Where it's like, well, do I really want to take on somebody else's problems? Do I really want to go back to where I was? And this Page of Wands here, totally new, fresh energy. It represents spring. So a lot of you are so forward thinking, so fresh thinking right now, where you don't really want to go back to what you've been trying to let go of, what you've been trying to work your way out of, what you've been trying to build yourself out of. And if we look at it this way, with this Devil in reverse, you guys are ready to let something go, and you don't want it to come back into your life. The Devil is only good reverse to me. I mean, it could be all right upright, but depending. But especially reverse, it's like we know that there is an attachment to something that we need to let go of, whether it's sexual, physical, emotional, chemical, something. And then this Three of Wands came out as well. So it's like, you've gained so much wisdom, you've gained so much knowledge, you've done so much preparation. You're ready. This is the new beginning. This is the start that you've always wanted. This is what you've been praying for hoping for, and now it's here physically in your hands. It's just that maybe for some of you, trying to navigate through that, like, let's say you did meet somebody new, and they do want to start a family. It's just that, or you do want to start a family with this person and you want to take it to the next level. There are a lot of things here that need to be considered about this person. Whether they're trustworthy to begin with, whether that you can trust, whether or not you can trust them on their worst days, whether or not you can tolerate them on their worst days, and if it's not just, if it's something that can be worked with, because some people are just naturally difficult, that you can't get through to them regardless of how much effort you put into it. And I'm really getting the sense here, there's so much newness here. You're contemplating, do you really want to spoil what you have? Do you really, especially with the Sun reversed, you might even be questioning yourself, like, do I deserve the happiness that really comes into my life? Do I truly want that happiness? And you have to ask yourself, do you? Because are you willing to risk it for somebody that's probably just going to um, undermine you or just not treat you the way that you need to be treated? Um, this is a very common message for everybody. I think I'm going to keep getting that message, which is interesting because that message persists, but it's like there's different variations of that message. And I see you guys, like Scorpio, it's like very work related. So you guys are trying to build something new. It's not so much as you are unsure about what you want. You know what you want, um, and you know how to get it, but it's like there's just this excess baggage that needs to be let go of. And you have the clarity. I feel like you've lived so much and you've felt so much and you've witnessed and you've just been through the fire. You've been through it all. So it's just like it's like a no BS sort of thing with you guys right now, to where it's like you really want to be in total control of your autonomy, in control of what you do, who you let in, who you excise out of your life, how you go about your daily routine. You want to be in control of all of that. And that energy is coming forth, but it's like with the seven of discs in reverse, it cautions to not slack off, to not just get discouraged or to be despondent, especially if things are moving quick enough. Excuse me. But this is a very cautious energy. It's like you are ready to start something new, and you're eager for a new beginning, regardless of what it is, regardless of how long it takes. That's what I'm getting. It's just that you are ready, because whoever this person is, like if you're dealing with this person specifically, they are a blow to your ego, or you in this right now, you might just feel like just this sort of worthlessness. That's what's coming up. But it's more than that. It's like just beat down by the world. So I think for some of you, caution yourselves not to just let anybody come in to sort of, or not continue to let a certain person influence you or continue to degrade your self-esteem. Because what you want is very real. And you shouldn't have to take bullshit from anybody. I feel like Taurus knows that lesson especially, because you guys, you're fixed Earth. If there's any sign that I feel like really, once they hit a good groove and they feel like they know where they're going and they're pretty steady about it, that's Taurus, along with Capricorn. So let's see what this is. A Klimt Golden Tarot Klimt Tarot deck. I also got these specifically for this reading because they're very romantic cards. It's not really based on any traditional tarot system like Rider Waite or anything. It's pretty much just inspired by Gustav Klimt, who was an artist. I think his first name was Gustav. If not, please correct me. Whoops. And these are, I just got these, so. But again, these will be timestamped. I'm going to skip to where I actually named the cards. Okay, so the theme of this deck is the Three of Chalices. Three of Cups. We have the Magician in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands. So we have 3 kings. I like the king in this one. It looks very androgynous. The 5 of Pentacles reverse. Strength in reverse. And the 10 of Wands, this time upright. So there is a new beginning, but it's all about how you choose to take that new beginning. And this again is a universal message. We attract what we put out. Do we want better for ourselves, or do we just want the same old, same old? Because the magician is the great manifester. But with it being reversed, it's cautioning you, especially next to the 6 of Swords, to fully analyze the information that you've learned, this wisdom you've gained from all of your years, months, depending on however long this turbulent situation happened, occurred, like the most recent sort of whirlwind of crazy things that have happened. What have you learned from that? What have you actually learned from that? Like, what independence and sort of not worldly, but it's just like the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Discs, Pentacles in this deck. It's like, it's our self-worth, our inherent worth. It's not anything that can be physically given to us, and it's not anything that can be taken away from us. It's only something that we have within ourselves that we can give. And by doing so, we get it back. It's very karmic. All of the 9s sort of are, where it's abundance, but it's internal. And the only way to get that to a 10, the only way to make that the cycle fully complete is if we just be open. Be open and discerning. Because 9, it's... I also see wisdom, because in order to get to this, you've had to have learned a lot. You would have had to have gone through a lot of things. So it's like, you have time on your side. You have all of the years you've spent working for what you've wanted, all of the knowledge, all of the things that you truly want, like all of the dreams that you have in your head. It's like you have them for a reason. They were given to you, or you chose to think or feel this way simply because you felt it to be true. You felt it to be right. It's not anything that you should be ashamed of. 3 of Cups as a theme. It's not anything that you should withhold from anybody. It's not anything that you feel like you even should have to, because you have support from people around you. You have, at least if you're not, like if you are shutting yourself off, at least you have people around you who are open and willing to listen. Now I'm looking at this King of Wands, and he has a very interesting position here, upright, right next to these 2 other kings that are reversed. And in between that, we have the Strength in reverse. So I'm getting the sense that this is you or a helpful ally. We can take on these energies of the kings, or any of the core cards. It depends. I'm really seeing these though as like separate entities, or it's or there are people that are making you really feel this way, making you feel like you're emotionally imbalanced, or that you can't really think clearly. There's either one person making you feel that way, or 2 people that are that way, and it's being reflected back into you. And so with this Strength in reverse here, you are finding it difficult to actually center yourself to get a feeling, to get a feel of that passion that still burns within you. And I'm seeing that highlighted really well with this Sun in reverse, where it's like you have an ego, you have confidence, but it's so dimmed right now where it's like you aren't sure. You aren't sure. It's all self doubt, and so we have this Ace of Discs here, which is a fresh, new, exciting beginning that you want to undergo. Time really shows the greatness of this, but it's going to require you actually being enthusiastic about that new beginning. It's going to require you to actually know your inherent worth. You have to. You're not pulling strength out of your ass here. It's more like get a hold of that, because I feel like outer influences are influencing you when it should be the other way around. You should be the one dictating what's good for you, what's bad for you, how you should go about doing things, and not have that dependent upon somebody else. Wow, Taurus, with your reading, I'm really getting a sense that it's not about, it's strictly really not about anybody else. I mean, with the other readings I got, I mean, we'll see once I do the last deck, but it was more like a sense of this sort of direct confrontation with somebody. There is this opposing tension because they either had the Ten of Discs or the Two of Cups or the Lovers. With you guys, it's really about like worrying about, for some of you, you're actually probably in a really decent relationship, like where you guys are reaching this next stage, but it's like both of you are like, there's like some uncertainty there. There's an unwillingness to actually want to embark on this. Not an unwillingness, but it's more like caution, preoccupation. Somebody's too hung up on, somebody isn't growing with you. Somebody isn't growing with you. And I feel like for some of you, you might just be carrying dead weight. But the sense of this reading is more like just self-empowerment, essentially, because you have this ability within you, I'm saying, to really rise above any of these circumstances. Five of Pentacles in reverse with this Ten of Wands. So it's like you guys are really ready to, you're analyzing, you're planning, you are forecasting, you're not predicting, but you're just like, it's things are so, what's this? Like you know what points you have to hit to get to where you need to go. Yeah. You know what to avoid, what to dodge, or that would be the hope. Because again, if you've gained any sort of wisdom or any knowledge about sort of situations that don't serve you, and you're willing to embrace this new beginning, even though you might be hesitant or you might be cautious, because I feel like in that last reading where you might have been resistant, hesitant to actually allow new feelings and new thoughts, new ideas to come into your head and into your world. You guys might be a little bit more embracing of it now, or at least that's what you guys have to do, to be a little bit more embracing. Not totally, but it's just that whatever you want to achieve, whatever you're working toward, it's not out of the question. Again, it's all about whether or not you want to do it. And so that's why I'm glad I decided to I'm going to label these as like love and soul readings, because it's a cool message I've been getting for every sign, but it's just like slightly different for each sign. And you guys are the first earth sign I've done, so it's like, it's interesting how you guys have a lot of, not solitary energy, but it's mainly focused on you. I'm really not seeing like, especially if you're single, I can see how this would really relate. But yeah, or even if you're with somebody, it's more so like the universe is really looking out for you, because maybe the person you're with is a gigantic piece of ass. piece of ass, piece of shit, whatever. They're an ass. It's somebody that you're probably not even, that you would be better left out of the picture. Oh, I'll just name these as I go because it's annoying to take these off. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Cups reverse, the Chariot, the Sun reverse, King of Discs, Pentacles. So we have all the kings here, and he's the only upright one. The Page of Swords reverse. Wow, and all the kings are right there. So this is a situation that is happening, like currently, the Devil, and it's a situation that has karma tied to it, specifically with how you deal with one person or specific people. The Queen of Wands reverse, and the Fool reverse as the theme of those cards. So, a lot of you, the Ten of Pentacles comes here again, the Ten of Cups. A lot of you are eager to just bring your dreams to life. Like, especially like if you are with somebody and you want to start a family. If that's the case, there is a lot of karma tied to this person. Like, y'all have been together for years, or y'all have been in and out of each other's lives for years, months, and it's just that a fundamental thing about y'all needs to change, at least with how y'all deal with each other, because you, for one, you aren't taking nonsense. You really aren't. Like, or that's the lesson here, because we have the Sun card reversed twice. They're both right next to each other. So it's like, you need to be about yourself. It's like, okay, I'm tired of placating other people, or living up to other people's fantasies, or even expecting other people to take care of you, or expecting other people to sort of guide you, to be sort of the answer that you need. And it's more about you needing to be selfish, more about you realizing what inner passion you have within yourself that you want to bring out into this relationship or into the world. Like, especially if you're looking for love. You're not settling for second best here, because you deserve better. Taurus, being ruled by Venus, it's all about, with you guys, harmony. But it's also being proud of what you've earned in your life, all of your personal possessions. That's really important to you guys, because it's what your foundation is built upon. It's built upon the history. It's built on your hard work and your effort. That's what is really what's worthy. It's not about like, so especially when it comes with love, you could be like, you have a partner, or you're talking to somebody, or you're dating somebody, and it's just that you might expect them to fulfill that expectation, or you assume that they fit that role because they're the only piece that's missing from your life. So what this is all asking you is that you have more than enough of that power within you. This Devil here is cautioning you that in order to actually truly be able to rid yourself of this demon, or of this thought pattern, or of this these actions or these behaviors, which represents this Devil in reverse, you've got to actually wake up and realize that there is an actual devil on your back. You know, that this Ten of Wands here as well, that there is a burden that you really need to free yourself from. That it's just that all I'm really getting from this reading is like, remember when you were passionate about something? Remember, what was the last time something actually gave you, because you guys are headed somewhere. You're heading towards that better place. But it's like there are a few obstacles here that you need to overcome. Like if you guys are with a Scorpio, or if you're with a water sign, or just if you're with an emotionally abusive, manipulative person, getting rid of them isn't going to be easy. You know, you just can't, especially if you love somebody, you can't just say bye and just leave. But at the same time, how much more of yourself are you willing to give to this person essentially for free? It's like you guys have this bond, whether it's sexual or financial. There's something there with you guys. It's just like, it can't be explained by any words. It can't be rationalized, essentially. It's just a feeling. But it's more like, are you willing to let yourself, it's more about understanding that you have the power to at least free yourself from that, because all of these energies and these opportunities are here for you to totally start new, to totally, because I'm not really seeing you guys having a problem with communication. I'm seeing it more as like you're more concerned because this person, they mean a lot to you, or at least you've convinced yourself that they mean a lot to you, or you've convinced yourself that this relationship is more than probably what it actually is. And if you are trying to start a family, or if you want to get engaged, or you want to get married, there's a lot of baggage that both you and your partner need to address. Because I feel like once you guys get everything out on the table, there's nothing that can stop y'all, because there's more than enough love here for y'all to actually do what you guys need to do, to actually come as one. And that's beautiful. But for others of you, it's really about taking action. It's really about making a decision, taking a stand, and realizing what you are owed, what you're worth. Because there might be other people around you or somebody else around you that is going to make that difficult. It's not going to be easy, but it's more like taking that action from within and manifesting what you really want to see. Ace of Pentacles. I'll just leave that here with that eye. Gorgeous card. What do you want to see, Taurus? What do you really want to see? This is ruled by the first 10 degrees of Capricorn, so another earth sign like you guys. It's like, what do you really want? Like, for real, no bullshit. What do you guys want? And how are you going to get it? You guys, I feel like you guys know that part, how to get it, but it's like, don't blind yourself to everything else around you too, to other problems that aren't being addressed, to other people that are poisoning the well, to fantasies or not crazy ways of thinking, but ways you've allowed yourself to think that are naturally keeping you closed off instead of opening you up to things that you deserve. We have 2 cards here. We have 3, actually. I love you. These are very important words. Miracles and blessings. Everything has a gift. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So if you are looking to marry somebody, get engaged, or you're ready to start a family with somebody, go ahead and do that. Like, you have more than enough that's on your side. We have I love you and take a chance on love. Do it. Miracles and blessings. So some of you might actually be looking to get pregnant. I don't see an Empress or an Ace of Wands, but we do have an Ace of Discs, and we have the Sun. So it's like you guys, for me, I'm seeing that more as like planning, preparatory work. And I feel like that's more than, you guys have that opportunity. I do just want to bring up this Fool in reverse right here. Like, don't do anything. If you really want to see things happen, you can't, the Fool can easily be just like, you're starting something new, but you're going about it the same old way. Or you're going to something new, but you you're doing it with no forethought, no foreplanning. Foreplanning, I don't know if that's a word. But I'm mainly seeing it as like not taking it seriously, this new start, because the Fool has come up reverse for a lot of signs so far. You guys are the fifth ones. So yeah, just be honest with yourself. I can't wait to get to my reading because I mean I've done my reading so many times. Just planning this out. What was the first card? Have patience. Again, that was stressed in this as well. Like, you have to be patient with yourself and with somebody around you. But also be real, because it's like, is this the love that you actually want? Like, if you do meet somebody, like, I see you guys really asking yourself, like, is this the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Or that I want to, like, invest all my time in? Because love is an investment, if you want to look at it that way. It can be, at least. So yeah, you have very good cards, Taurus. It's all about just getting real. You guys are like the realest sign, fixed earth, the earthiest of the earth signs. So it's not like you guys don't see things for what they are, but it's like you also can't get too caught up in the fact that you have the house, the husband or the wife, the kids, and all that just to maintain some sort of status or appearance. Because actual heart, soul, love, and worth, and all that has to be put in that as well. It all has to be integrated together. Okay? Thank you so much, Taurus, for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me and everything. I'm glad to do these readings for you guys. And I will see you guys next month. So, peace.